Hello, good evening, welcome to Rangers Radio, this pre-match show and a build-up to the final Champions League qualifier, PSV versus Rangers over in Holland. Join myself, Oxford, on the show this evening as the one and only Albert and Big Stevie. Evening, gents.
Evening, guys. How are you two?
Brand new. Yourself, Albert. Good evening, listeners. Welcome to Rangers Radio.
I'm smashing, mate. I'm absolutely smashing. I'm ready to go.
Smashing? That's a word you don't hear often, Stevie, is it?
Not at all. No, it's the other side of the Clyde. There are funny people out there.
Right. I think, Albert, you've got the team for us, mate.
Oh, I have, mate. It is Butland, Tavernier, Golson, Suter, Barisic, Lundstrom, Raskin, Cifuentes, Cantwell, Matondo, and Dessers. Subs are McCory, K. Wright, Jack, Lammers, Seema, Sterling, S. Wright, Davis, Balogun, King, Devine, and Danilo.
You don't think Albert's reading's coming on a treat, Stevie?
That's the half, aye. Absolutely brilliant. I thought that was Archie McPherson there reading them out.
Oh, steady now. I didn't like that trumpet. I hated him.
Right, these are thoughts. And by the way, just for the record, poor Billy predicted the starting 11 last night, so there you go, AK. Billy caught the starting 11 right. What's your thoughts? We'll start with Big Stevie.
The manager knows something that I don't. I would have probably had Jack instead of Lundstrom, but I just don't know. I don't know. And then would you have played Seema before Matondo? I don't think so. I think the boy's earned the jersey, to be honest, didn't he? I think he's played great when he's come on. So let's just see where it brings us. I'm quite happy with the team. I must admit, I'm quite happy. I mean, it's not going to change much, is it? One or two you could change for like, you know what I mean? But apart from that, we just got to get up and get on with it. And I think it's no bad. I think it's no bad. You'll see Cantwell pushing up there with the troops, so you will. So I think it's good, mate.
Albert.
This might sound daft, but the Jack one, is that because of this daft rule that UEFA have got, that you've got to have so many? Is it the bench they've got to be on? Or is it
no,
count if they're in the team? In the team? In the squad?
No,
right. Aye, well. Aye, so I'm a Steve.
Just because nobody's listening, yes, it did sound daft, but carry on.
You don't have to confirm that, by the way. You're supposed to cover us. Anyway, listen, I'm same as Stevie. Quite surprised that Jack wasn't playing. I was quite surprised Matondo. I thought they went with the exact same team that started against them last week. But there you go. He knows better than us.
I'll give Stevie's point that Matondo's maybe earned his start, but he's always looked at somebody in the glimpses of something was an impact player. I'm interested to see how he goes starting. But if he carries that for him the last 20 minutes against them for the 90 minutes, wow, he'll terrorise him. Stevie?
Aye, listen, and I don't know, man. I just think it's light for light, and it seems a big. He'll come on with pace. If Matondo goes off and Seema comes on, it's light for light, and it's the same with Jack and Lundstrom. It's light for light, and then you'll get the same with Dessers and Danilo. So it's going to be light for light all night. But you're bringing on you're bringing on quality. You're not bringing on, you know what I mean, just like squad players. I think you're bringing on a bit of quality. Ryan Jack coming on, Seema coming on, and Danilo coming on. I think if he does it light for light, mate, you're bringing on a wee bit more. You're bringing on arguably probably better quality.
Albert.
Aye, I mean, I was looking at the bench. There was no. Then you actually look right in at the bench. You're going, it's not too bad. There's quality on that bench, and the team's quality as well, as far as I'm concerned. It's getting there as well. So aye, I'm happy with it. I really am happy with it. Looking forward to this, by the way. I must admit, I'm looking forward to it. I'm not up with excitement yet, but I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Well, that's a positive. Listen, we get the phone lines opened.
Oh, we get the troops in right away and gives their perspective on it, because it is a wee bit when you stand at first and look at it, you think, well, how's he know there? So let's get a discussion going.
Yes, Albert?
Yeah, I'm for that.
Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Albert, can you give us a team again, please?
Yep. It is Butland, Tavernier, Golson, Suter, Barisic, Lundstrom, Raskin, Cifuentes, Cantwell, Tondo, Dessers. Substitutes: McCory, K. Wright, Jack, Lammers, Seamer, Sterling, S. Wright, Davis, Balogun, King, Devine, and Danilo.
Scott Wright. Scott Wright, eh? He's still there. Anyway, first choice centre halves, Golson and Suter. Is that it for you, Stevie?
Aye, as it is now, yes. Aye, I think we need another one, but to be honest, you know, I think we need another centre half. There is talk about the other boy Suter for Leicester, is it? There's talk about him, but you just don't know, do you? It's all chit-chat. But can I tell you something? A key man for being a night is Lundstrom. Believe it or not. See if we get John Lundstrom that's going to give it all and get in there heavy-handed and not take any nonsense. Play with the angry heat on the night. Be cute with it. I don't mean just go out and start kicking everything that moves, but if we get the Lundstrom that's going hard and he's got to run his heart out and give you everything, by the way, if he does that tonight, by the way, we could be in a really good position because we're going to have to defend for our lives tonight. They're going to come out and try and go at us right away.
I'm just hoping that we keep the ball better than we've done it in all our games. We've given it away cheaply at times, all better under no pressure. And you can see he's getting better as understanding builds up. And the guys strike up relationships and runs get better as the team builds up. I'm just hoping that we keep the ball better because that makes it harder for them.
On Saturday, the first half against Ross County, parts of that half were superb. Were actually superb, moving the ball quick, moving it accurate, excellent. The second half was, again, as you pointed out, started to get sloppy again. So it's not a sloppy side. You'll not get away with the sloppy stuff against this team. This is a quality team we're up against. They will hurt you if you're just going to hand them back the ball easy. So, I'm like you. I'm hoping they're going to hold on to it a bit better. But again, how do you do that with them? Because they press high and they press in gangs, you know what I mean? So you really need to hold your bottle tonight. You really need to don't get flustered, don't get all excited like Bill was talking about. So you've got to have cool head, and I think we'll do all right. But as Stevie said, it's a onslaught. We know what's coming. It's definitely going to be an onslaught because they've got a point to prove. I think we've got a point to prove as well, because I don't like some of the stuff that's coming out of that hall, and I don't like some of the stuff they're saying about Rangers. That's not right. That's just not right.
I agree.
And if we can win the night, I think we get to keep that team, didn't we? You know?
We've got them that many downs in their own part. It's unreal. I don't know where they get their cheek with, to be honest.
Well, if we beat them tonight, me and Steve are going to play Kirby with them. He's stood on one side of the Clyde and I'll stand on the other side. We're playing Kirby with them.
Aye.
Oh, aye. Interesting. That could be interesting. You two playing Kirby, I could sell tickets for that. Right, okay.
Sorry, but come on. See what Albert was saying about them hunting in packs, no closing down and that. See, when I rerun the game there, the game against PSV, I wrote, see when we started pushing them high up the park, they made mistakes. I mean, that's what we got the goal out of. Big Seamer's goal. We pressed. But there's no sense of one guy doing it and the other two guys lying deep, and then they just pass the ball to the left or the right. It's no sense. You've got to do it in packs. You've got to do it three. When one goes, the other two guys have got to close down. If they do that, they'll get change out of it. I don't think PSV are brilliant at the back. I think the middle of the park and going forward, they're really good, but I don't think their defence is anything to write home about. And I think
you're right. You're right. Another thing, is accepting that that's how they play like they did last week. If they go hunting in packs and you move the ball and you get the pass right, you've took three players out of the game, Albert.
That's it, mate. It's cool heats, mate. You need to trust on your ability and trust on your teammates. It's cool. You've got to just calm down But don't go into that slow-mo, that dwell on the ball. You've got to be decisive with your movement and decisive with your passes. And we can do it. We've seen us doing it. It's not like we're asking them to do something that they've never done before. They do. That's why Beale wants them to play as well. So hopefully tonight. And by the way, see that PSV, they got their draw last week. And let's be honest about it, they got a draw last week because we should have beat them last week. And they got the draw because that trumpet up front, that DeLong, committed 2 fouls, one in each box, and got away with them. The one for their second goal was a foul on Suter, and then we're up the other end. Big Suter was going up to head the ball in, and he pushed them again in the back. And they got away with it. It's cuteness, don't get me wrong. It's cuteness, it's experience. So they're pulling all the tricks out to try and beat you. Rightly so. I don't say they should do it, but let's be honest about it. They're good, but they're not unbeatable.
Oh, I know the best team I've played in the last few years. Their team, Benitez, Tez, Shoughton, Buscali, Des, Sabriba, Sangyar, Veerman, Bayako, De Jong, and Lai. Means nothing to me. I know the 2 wingers were fair last week, particularly when I was up against Barisic. And they'll need to work hard and we'll work as a team. Discipline, keeping the ball, and we will get chances, Stevie.
Yes, it's simple things. Simple things. Stick to the game plan. Whatever Mr. Beale's told them, stick to it and just fight. Do the simple things. Clear your lines. Find the pass. Pick the pass out. Make sure it's gone to that Rangers player. Don't be doing these silly wee... And see the wee silly pass, just wee tappy pass. Miss one guy out and go straight to the source. Instead of pass it to him for him to pass it, just get straight to the source, man. Sometimes you get caught doing that too, tappy. Just... We've got to be sensible tonight. We've got to defend well. When in doubt, get it out. Plain as simple as that. And find our men. And don't give the ball away cheaply. You can't do it against quality opposition. You can't do it.
Sense the danger, Stevie, innit? Sense the danger.
Aye. As soon as you're in a sticky position, just get it out the park. Don't be trying to play balls back into the middle of the middle of your box or anything like that. That's when you make mistakes and they cash in. Because let's be honest, they're paying 15 million quid for some of their players. And the boys, some of the players have got a real quality. And if you give them a sniff, they're going to punish you, especially at this level. Go to defend, just get the ball up the park. I know I'm saying don't give the ball away cheaply, but just when in doubt, just get it out. Don't be trying to play silly football when you don't need
to. What's the most important bit of a team tonight for you, Albert?
Defence.
Right.
Yep.
Would you not say we have to score a goal to get through?
Well, you keep a nothing each. Nothing each takes you, eventually take your penalty kicks, so defence. Because you give them a sniff, that's their danger. Their midfield and their forward line. I'm like Steve, I don't rate their defence or their keeper. If we can get to them, we'll score. We'll definitely score. But we need to get to them. But to get to them, you need to isolate them. And to isolate them, you need to draw them up the park. But they want to come up the park anyway. But then that's the decisive passing that starts. Decisive passing. Get the ball up to the forwards. They'll press their defence. And by the way, you're wanting their defence on the ball. That's what you're wanting, so we can actually get after them. Because that is really their weak bit. But defence, we need to defend first. It's all right saying we do all of that. But if we're leaking goals, silly goals, like Steve, getting the ball away, no concentrating, things like that, we can't do any of that. If they score a quality goal, they score a quality goal, mate. That's fine. I'm no bother with that. It's that stupid goals. I can cut that out. Don't give them any sniff of that. I think we'll be fine. Absolutely fine. I've got us doing as 3-2 winners tonight.
Well, and how's the scoring going? Are we going to be sitting 3-0 up, or is it going to be one of these? Man doing it, we come through and win 3-2.
We're Glasgow Rangers. We'll get 2-0 down and then score 3 goals and go through. We're the Rangers. You know what we do. Once the going gets tough.
Can I just say, although I'm agreeing with Albert about the defence, we have got to take our chances when they come. I mean, Big Dizzle, see if you watch nearly every game, Big Dizzle's had great chances to score goals. Great chances. well, the keeper's just made a great save, or it's hit the bar of the pot, or there's always been something. He's always had chances in every game. We'll see the night when he gets his chance, he must take it. He must take it tonight, because I don't think we're going to get a lot of clear-cut chances, but when we do, we need to take them. But I do agree with Old Bear. We need to keep the back door shut. That's the key to everything. See, we can keep them nothing each, maybe up to 25, get into 30 minutes. Their crowd will start to get on top of them. And they'll start to, we'll be living rent-free in their heads at half time, trust me. The pressure will get right onto them. Because we beat them the last time when they thought they were just going to walk onto the park and gubbers. You know, their fans will not put up with that. They'll start to go on their teams back. We just stick to the plan, take our chances, keep the back door shut, and give the travelling support everything they deserve, because no doubt they'll be there in their numbers again.
Yeah. Right, come and join us. Give us your thoughts. Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be tense. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
And hopefully we put on a good show. We've got some decent players. And guys, we know a lot of European experience. Raskin and Cantwell, they became real fans' favourites, Stevie, with very little European experience behind them.
Aye. Well, but you've got to remember, as Raskin's a Belgian international, he's a lot into, I mean, I know it's the under team, but he's still travelling places. He's just a quality player, Raskin, and so is Cantwell too. Cantwell no play for the England unders as well, getting a wee bit of experience there too. But listen, it doesn't matter about what experience. We know that they're capable of, and if they play to the top of their game, then we'll not have a lot to worry about, to be honest. If every Rangers player plays to their capabilities, we should win the night.
Until kick-off.
Every man to do their duty, Old Bear. Somebody said that before, didn't they?
Aye, probably. Somebody famous.
Aye.
One people.
Was it no Nelson?
Aye. See, we should stay with them. This is the secret to it all. No matter what happens tonight, no matter how many goals scored tonight or how many they score, it doesn't matter. As long as we keep pace with them, keep with them, just keep with them, and eventually they'll crack. They will crack, especially at defence. Just don't let them run away with the game.
Mm-hmm. And that's how you've got the defence is the most important. I tell you what we're going to do, if it's all right with you two chaps. Let's hear from our manager, Michael Bull.
Michael, just over an hour until kick-off. How are you feeling and what is the atmosphere like in your dressing room?
I'm feeling really good about the team that we picked and the vibes I'm getting off the team. We know it's going to be a really difficult challenge here. It should be that. We're one game away from the Champions League. So when you get to this level, everyone's a top team that does well domestically. We know from the first leg we can hurt them. We know from the first leg if we're not at our best, they can hurt us as well. So listen, what an opportunity for the group of players, and they should go and give it everything they've got.
A couple of changes to your team tonight, Jose Cifuentes and Rabbi Matondo coming in. How does that impact the shape of the team?
Well, we'll play a four in midfield with Jose, Nico, John Lundstrom and Rabbi to the left, which means Todd can play really close to Cyril. We saw that combination for the second goal last week with Todd regaining the ball and then Rabbi running from the left. I think Rabbi's shown good form of late and his energy will be important. I think John Lundstrom showed coming on last week that his aggression and his pressing will be helpful as well. It's important that line of four play well. It's important at times we allow our fullbacks to get up the pitch because we know what they give us in an attacking sense also.
What kind of start are you expecting tonight, obviously in front of this atmosphere, a full house of course in the Phillips Stadium?
Well, with an hour to go, you can already feel the atmosphere. It's a cup final in many aspects, so we think the home team will come for us. If we can take the ball, we think there'll be opportunities to go and counter and play at the other end. The start of the game is really important. What we've always got to remember tonight is we have to score goals if we want to go to the Champions League. So that's got to be in our mind that when we get the opportunity to stay with the ball and attack, we must go and score goals tonight.
Who would have thought that at the start of the season, that Rabbi Matondo would be a starter and has gone for the Champions League to qualify for the Champions League? Wouldn't have predicted that, would you?
No, it's football, but that's what it's supposed to be. Football, you're supposed to be unpredictable. It's supposed to be things like this happen. It's good to see, but I mean, I'm happy for the boy, really. We want them all to prove his rank. Every one of them. Ones you like, ones you don't like. You want them all to prove his rank, and the wee man's doing that now. Long way to go yet. He's only the start of his journey, basically, but he'll get there. He's now showed he has got something else.
Stevie?
Aye, there's no way in the world that he was even in the plans, I've got to be honest. He just came from nowhere. He's been great the last few games. And as I said at the start of the show, I said that he's earned his jersey, he's earned his start tonight, 100%. The wee man's he's shown a bit of confidence. He can crack a ball, and we've seen the way he tucked that away against PSV. So he well deserves it. For me, as a bear, gone here in Scotland, all the games, I've seen a wee boost in his confidence, and I think it could be a good thing for us tonight, a wee man's on that part, because their defence is, see, get into 70, about 60, 70 minutes, Natondo will rip them apart if he's still on there, and then you've got Seema coming on fresh as a daisy. I can see that maybe the thinking there, you know.
Seaman and Scott Wright coming on with pace then if the game's still tight, you know, and I get that. I don't think Matondo will do the 90 because of the way he plays, and you use a lot of energy using that pace, Albert.
I ain't got up to a 95 mile an hour, mate. Oh, you talking about 10 minutes, aye? Aye, you probably know, because it's a lot. It's the position he's playing tonight, the way he was talking about, he's getting into the sort of left-hand side of the midfield as well. He's got to do a lot of work tonight, another wee man. So it's no Hodges going forward. There's a lot of running back away, you know. So, you might be right. You might get an hour out of him, 70 minutes maybe.
Well, this modern game's a squad game now, Stevie, innit? It's not just a couple of subs, there's 5 there.
Aye. No, I mean, the amount of games as well we play, you need a squad. You know, here alone, all the wee teams, it's their cup final and they put the boot out and everything else. There will be injuries on the way. Definitely a squad game now, you know. It's your best 11, give or take, you know, an odd one or two every week now, innit? So, I definitely, I can only agree with you.
You mentioned Dessers, we'll mention Cantwell and Raskin, who are new to our team, really, if we're being honest. We'll get John Lundstrom for experience, but the most consistent 2 players for me this season so far, Albert, has been Butland and Suter.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. I think a big man, Butland, has to have a stormer, an absolute stormer. This could be the real make them. I know he's nothing to prove because he's done all right so far. But this one tonight, I think he has to really play something special. Probably the game of his life tonight. That's how much I rate them going forward, because they're a decent team, mate. They really are. We know that. We all know that. But aye, big Suter as well. Like big Suter, solid big player.
And then you've got that freak of nature, which is Connor Golson, Stevie.
Well, who'd have thought Big Golson would have had a game like that last week against PSV? There's nothing. I never thought anyway. He surprised me with that performance. He was absolutely brilliant. And just let's hope he can do the same tonight, the big man. Look, he's experienced, isn't he? He's been there. He's been all around the globe with Rangers now. He's had all these European games under his belt. He knows what to expect. He's an experienced player, and we need him to be at top of his game tonight. We need him to read that game and be that wee half a year, maybe faster than some of the, thinking wise, right, he's going to go there. I'm going to make sure that he's not getting that hour. You know, he's got to be in the top of his game. Suter and him are paired up not too bad. And Big Butland, I mean, that save he made against Servette, what a one-handed save that was. Absolute belter. And that was a top quality save. And that's what he'll need to do tonight. I think he'll need to pull off a great performance tonight.
Then we've got the 2 fullbacks, Barisic and Tavernier. Well, the 2 of them, they've got their deficiencies, they've got their issues. The Tav, the goals. I mean, he gets a goal in Servette, he scores a goal at Suit This World at the weekend. Bonner puts crosses in when he gets in the right positions that makes chances. Are they the greatest two defenders in the world? I think not, but however, if they play and they get in the right areas, they can hurt teams all bit.
That's it, mate. That's the strength in it. I mean, when I say the two of them can't defend, I'm not talking about when they're attacking. They're great going forward and they produce up at that end of the park. And I'm not talking about they're caught out of position because they're plenty of orders. That's not their fault that the ball goes into the position that they're no there. They're up the park doing what they're told to do. It's when they're actually in their position that I get concerned about. But no, the night. Last week, the two of them, and I'll be honest with you, the two of them did defend well last week. That's the best I've seen the two of them defending. Be honest with you, mate. And let's hope they do that again and get forward. They never got forward much last week because of the circumstances, but I think Beale might have a different plan for them this week, saying, look, you need to get up there. He's already said it. You need to get up there. You need to give Dessers a horn. You need to give Cantwell a horn because he's talking about playing Cantwell right up beside Dessers. So if you get two of them up there and Tavernier and Barisic are firing boys into them, there's a fair chance. There's a fair chance they two will score.
Right. We talk about experience, Ox. There are two guys there, Barisic and Tav, two of the most experienced players in our team. And you're totally right. If they can hit a wee bit of form right and swing some nice balls in, and Tav's known to go on the end of one or two, and any free kicks round about that box, you know, either or can bend a top corner one right in the bogey. You know, they're capable of that as well, the both of them. But we need every player tonight to be at their game, doing what they're best at, and Tav and Bonner are best at going forward. That one day left foot that Bonner Barisic's got, he can put that ball through the eye of a needle right onto somebody's loaf. And that's what we need for him tonight. Just what he done with Serviette, with Tav, finding Tav at the back post. We don't care who he finds, as long as he finds one of them and the ball's in the net, we don't care. But that's what the two of the boys are capable of. They're experienced in the field, they know what we need, and let's see if they can do it tonight for us. Come on, the Rangers! When I was a lad, I loved you, pals.
He's away, man. Settle him down. He's all.
My heart's jumped my shirt here, boys. My heart's jumped in my shirt.
Yeah, aye. It's a night for desire, tackle,
Controlled
heart.
desire.
You've got to have discipline, mate, because you know what we've got to make sure we stay. You said staying again, but to make that happen, you've got to have discipline and know. Get silly bookings and no maybe get a booking when you're under pressure. You know, we've seen that with Cantwell. Another day, somebody might have sent him off and then you're playing with 10 men. Play with the head and the heart all better.
That's it, mate. That's definitely it. You do that, we're quids in. We're in with a shout. You lose your discipline, you start getting all tied up in the game. There's only going to be one outcome if we allow that to happen. This is where you Golston, Lundstrom, Tavernier, Buric all come into it. To calm anybody that's starting to get a wee bit excited, calm them down a bit. Just say, look, we've been through this before. You just ride this wee bit out, and then we'll get through the other end. Then we'll attack this mob. We'll take them apart. I'm looking for. I think it'll be difficult for the two fullbacks to get up the park, to be honest, because they've got two quality wingers. But I'm definitely looking for the forward line, Wee Matondo, to go on the centre horse. Start railing them right up and get on them and close them down, because they are the weak links. They definitely are the weak link.
Aye. You've got to keep the ball to get it up there much, Stevie.
Yeah. I'll say it and I'll say it again. We need everybody to be their A game, to bring their A game and leave everything on the park. Get up to the fans in the warm-up and give it, come on, the girder. Just get up there and get the fist clenched high in the air and bang the badge and get the fans, our boys behind them, and let's do it together, man. We know what we're capable of. We're a very hard team to beat in Europe. I mean, all right, apart from the Champions League last year, you know, but we had a make-up defence, didn't we, with King and all that, and what do you call him, the boy Sands and all them, you know. You can't get into Europe with guys like that. We talk about experience.
And Stevie, we're in manager ripped the heart out, is right enough. Van Bronckhorst. He ripped the heart out that squad.
Aye, did you half? Aye, there was something all right. Anyway, listen, boys, but this is a night. We're going to do this tonight. I can see me going all bear up at Savoy, catching the late night show, man. Or we can go to the airport, couple of hours down of kebabs and cheer the boys on as they come off a plane. Something yourself.
Why can't we do? Just out of curiosity, why can't we do both?
It'll be good, aye. So be good. I don't fancy drunk right enough for a Savoy.
Well, I've got my sparkly top all looked at, so hanging there on the wardrobe door. I'm ready.
Is that wee silver number?
Yeah, it's my favourite number. It hugs the right places.
Oh, dear.
Picture us three, so I can know, man. Oh, golly gosh. Anyway, you're allowed to.
We'll be looking at you two and say, wages, that old trumpet behind you. He's ancient wages. Is he paid himself? He's not getting in.
The only time I'll be you guys a proof of age, yeah?
Well, if I put my teeth in, I'll tell you. Anyway.
Well, be all right if we don't be Glasgow Finance, because your man there will have his apron on. He'll get him a 40 odd shake. No, let us go.
No.
No divisions now, lads. Come on, we're all together tonight. Come on.
United, we're all united together here, man. We're singing after one sheet.
Yes, correct. Aye. Right, okay. How do you think it's going to go? You think it's going to be an open game? Do you think it's going to be the same as last week, Stevie?
There's definitely going to be chances at each end. I think there's going to be goals at each end. I'm going to fling my hat in the ring, say 2-1 to the famous.
Albert?
Aye, I think it's going to be backs to the wall for most of the first half. The usual, same as last week. But I think it will eventually all open out. And if we stay with it, they've got to take more and more chances. and their centre halves are going to get more and more nervous because they know if they make a mistake, they're going to. So I can see goals in it. And I still stick with it. 3-2 to the Rangers.
You know the funny thing, Ox? The funny thing, 2 goals against them were top quality goals. The last time we played them at Ibrox were top quality goals. Big Seamer, man, what a dig. And then the football and the ball for Desert, the wee Matondo, and he tucked it away lovely. Do you know, we never get into scrappy at all. I'm expecting us to get a wee bit of, pardon the punt here, but a wee bit of rubbing the green, a wee bit of luck, maybe get a wee tap in here or something, no near the end. And that'll win it for us, a wee bit of luck. And I hope that we're not talking about refereeing decisions at the end of it. I hope the referee is a good game. And if a referee is a good game, we've got a better chance, put it that way. So, just
Max to Bespoke.
There we go.
Benitez from Alio is under pressure here from Malik Tillman. He's got Colak alongside him. Rangers have the goal that they have been craving. And Antonio Colak pries open the gates to the Champions League for Rangers.
They don't need to be classics to be important, Stevie.
Oh, what a night that was. Just let me tell you, man. The old Irishman that hangs for the ceiling gets smashed. Old Sean Dallaire, he gets smashed. Let me tell you, man, me and Jamba were going bananas when that went on. Tillman, what did we do? We robbed the defence, didn't we? We put pressure on them. They made a bad kick out. Tillman get the ball, squared it, and let's be honest, I could have rolled that into the net. Never mind Big Colak, no. But it can be done, boys. It can be done.
Certainly can be, Albert.
Aye, absolutely. It's a football game. Anything can happen in a football game. As we've seen over the years, the most recent years in particular. But aye, it can be done. Of course it can be done. Stevie, cut out that rub of the green nonsense. It's a rub of the blue. I'll take a rub of the blue tonight.
Quite right. Quite right, Albert. I blame the lack of education.
You've been hanging about with the wrong people too long, haven't you?
I said, I'll say it again. My teacher used to say, Stephen, what comes after a sentence? And I used to say an appeal. Okay.
By the way, just for the record, that was a primary school teacher.
Aye. Oh, well.
You're looking forward to it, Stevie boy?
Me off, man. My heart's jumping in my chest here. I wished I could be earlier than now, man. I've been running up and down the stairs, getting pies and going bananas, getting my banner up and just staring out at their fans and just know what I mean? Just letting them know who's your daddy, you know? Tap her. Oh, that frightens them right away. You know? But I just, the supporter now will be hyperventilating. The Bears will all be singing their hearts out up in that wee corner. And they'll no doubt they'll put on some cracking display again. The boys are miles ahead of everybody else in the UB. Their absolute displays have been absolutely brilliant. And who knows, maybe them being in Holland, they might do something about the main man over there. It matters to me anyway, KB. Maybe they'll do something down that line. Anyway, I don't mean Kenny Black, okay?
Anyway, we've been joined by old Davy.
Evening, boys.
David.
Hi, David.
This is your last call before Christmas, right? Come on, get it.
Last call before bed.
Aye. I must say, everybody, all the boys have made good points. But tonight it's a big ask. And hopefully, is what the boys have went over and yourselves talked about. We don't keep the door closed. As long as the game, the longer it goes, we're in a good shout. If it doesn't work out, my biggest concern is for the weekend. I know that's a game ahead, but as long as we can end up with no injuries tonight and a good performance, and obviously to go through would be a tremendous result. But I mean, the bookies is go against us, you know. So,
aye. You've got home advantage, but I get it. But we can't worry about Sunday after the night's done, and Sunday will take.
Yeah, well, I know that.
Yeah, aye. You know.
I just hope nobody gets nobbled. That's all I'm saying. Oxford, just
aye.
you know, that's all.
Sorry.
I'm feeling. Yeah, I am. I'm more this. I'm very confident. You've got to be, because this is a whole different team we've got, and as a lot of the guys have said tonight and during a few of the shows, that if we turn up and we can keep the game tight, it can go our way. Dead easy. It's not an easy game. It's massive, and it's bigger than massive for them, I think. I mean, we've got a parachute. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but we're still in Europe. You know?
Aye, that's true. Aye. But we'll take it as it's come. Aye, and we want to beat the top table, but there is the if you like, we'd still be in Europe, you know. But look, our club demands that we be at the top table. If we don't get there, all there, we have to strive to be there and make sure we're the only one there this time next year.
Absolutely, mate. That's it. We know how to get there. Just win the league. For the last 2 years, we still win the league. So this year we've got to win the league. It's non-negotiable. That's got to be done. So if we do that, we're in the Champions League. The thing that we earn for everybody, we've earned stuff for Hearts, Hibs, Aberdeen, that mob, ourselves. We earned the right to play this game tonight, and if we don't win it, we get into the Europa League. We've earned that. That was Rangers that earned that, nobody else. So as far as I'm concerned, if you get a victory tonight, it's gravy. It's pure gravy, mate. It really is. Because we're going along quite nicely. We're building a new team. Everything's okay. Everything's fine. Club's in a good place. Supporters in a good place. Great. This is to be enjoyed tonight. This is what this is. To be go out there and enjoy this.
The kettle's in a good place.
The what?
You mentioned gravy.
Uh-huh.
he's looking for a couple of pies.
Old Davey, let me tell you something, by the way. Up in Dingwall last week, my God, See the depth of their pies. Oh, my wee. Oh, oh. I had 2 to start off with, and I went back again. Don't tell her right enough, because I'm trying to get into these budgie smugglers for going on holiday, you know what I mean? I went back at half time, we got running, so I had 3 pies, and just let me tell you something, man. It's see if that button thing, I was killing a ball boy or something the other end of it. I tell you.
3 pies. Cutting back, cutting down. Right, Davey, how's it going to go? How do you see it?
A hard task. I'll take, I can't know if it was Bully said, extra time and go through in penalties. That'd be marvellous. That means we've took them all the way. It's very hard to predict. Hope, my heart says they're the teddy bears, but it is a big ask.
Can I say something here? I'll be delighted if we go to extra time, because I'll tell you right now, see if there was 5 minutes at the game at Ibrox extra, we'd have scored. We looked a far fitter team. They couldn't cope, by the way. So see if it goes to extra time, we'll do them. I'm telling you now, we'll get a goal. We'll be more likely to get a goal, because we'll go and go and go. Our fitness is a lot better than theirs.
Albert?
I agree with that, man. Totally agree with that. As he's playing these games, these 3 games a week, it gets the fitness. You get it pre-season, but that's what really hones it, and you keep it going. That's why we were fit with that time we went on the run and go all the way to the final. It was 3 games. Just continue playing 3 games. And I think that, see, they were off last week, weren't they? They got a day off. So they've no played, basically, for 7 days. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
So that goes. I think that goes against you, especially if you're playing a team like us who's playing every 3 days, because it's the last 20 minutes of the games that tells. So that's what I'm saying. If we can keep with them, the last 20 minutes, half an hour of the game, is because it goes to what 95 minutes, 100 minutes, God knows. But as Stevie said, if we go to extra time, we'll take them. We will take them.
Yep. Would you agree with that, Ox? What we said? I'll tell you now, the game at Ibrox, see if it went on another 5-10 minutes, we'd have got a winner. We looked
to more likely. If we go through the night, it's worth an extra €7 million, yeah? Yeah, so what's that? About £6 million, £5.5 million, something like that, Albert?
Aye, it's basically the price of the Scottish Premier League.
And some. That's the difference between the 2 games, you know. But we'll see where it takes us, and then you never know. You never know where it takes us. Look, Davey, last word for your good self, mate, before Stevie goes.
Aye. I'm going. Aye, thanks very much for the call. So, honours and uppers, guys, and as they all say, nose around her. God bless you, cheers.
Yeah.
Stevie.
Right, I need to go quickly because I need to get the air fryer on, get a couple of pies in for off time. We're going to do it. Boys, see when we come back, we'll all be like Skippy, man. We'll be like Skippy the Bush Kangaroo. We'll be jumping all over the place. Come on, Rangers. See you later, old bear.
Right, see you later, Stevie. 3 pies.
I hope he's right. Old bear.
Well, just what Stevie 3 pies said there. I agree with that.
I didn't know he was on a diet.
Aye, let's sit back and enjoy this, guys. Let's really concentrate on this and let's go. Let's do it.
All right. Thanks to Davey. Thanks to Albert and Stevie for joining us. Thanks for listening. Thanks to Fox and All School Blue doing the technicals. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back 15 minutes after the final whistle. Don't know what time that could be. Thanks for listening. Enjoy the game. Come on, the Rangers. Take it away, All School Blue.
As we go marching down the Paisley Road, the west, the doors and the windows open wide. You will hear the people cheer, the Glasgow Rangers boys are here. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. Blue is the colour, football is the game. We're all together, Glasgow Rangers is our name. For we are the best team in all Scotland, and Glasgow Rangers is our name. So bring on the Celtic, your Hibs and Aberdeen, your Dundee United, we're the best you've ever seen. We play hand on heart, God save the Queen. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. As we go marching down the Paisley Road West, the doors and the windows open wide, you will hear the people cheer, the Glasgow Rangers boys are here. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. Blue is the colour, football is the game. We're all together, Glasgow Rangers is our name. For we are the best team in all Scotland, and Glasgow Rangers is our name. So bring on the Celtic, your Hibs and Aberdeen, your Dundee United, we're the best you've ever seen. We play hand on heart, God save the Queen. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. It's Glasgow Rangers for me.